As a single dad, I found out my daughter, 16F, goes to Narcotics Anonymous Meetings. I am a single dad to 3 girls, 19F, 16F, and 14F. This is something I am not sure how to approach. Some backstory. My ex-wife and I divorced in 2015. I am happy as a single dad, and I love my daughters. I make enough money to support my daughters, and then some, and try my best being a solo parent. My oldest is doing great in college. My 16-year-old is successful and has a great portfolio to get into fashion school, and my youngest is a music prodigy. My situation today concerns my 16-year-old. 16F, we'll refer to as E, is quite rebellious and spends a lot of time out of the house. She works full-time pretty much, drives herself around, and loves to travel. She funds her own travels, so I am pretty lenient about it. There have been times in the past where she has gone across the country without telling me, but I would give her trust back. She's really improved this year. I have suspected she takes drugs a few times in the past, and even a couple weeks ago. I never had real proof besides a 2014 incident with weed. My ex-wife and I brought a lot of tension into the house as we first separated, so I did not punish she severely. She was on lockdown for about 3 days. A couple days ago, my band and I rehearsed, as we do multiple times a week. My bassist told me his son, who's been in and out of rehab for years, has seen he at Narcotics Anonymous Meetings every day this week, last week, and a couple weeks before that. I found out from his son that he is very involved, contributes all the time, has a sponsor, and is an awesome support to the group. The group meets 9 to 11, which is when he is at work. He would not go to NA to get attention or to fake an addiction. I've been doing a lot of research about addiction and Narcotics Anonymous and realized I missed a lot of the signs that he had a problem. I feel terrible about this and wish I was there more. I'm happy for my daughter, but I'm very confused about how to approach this. I found from the internet that people usually do not get sponsors without being sober. I want my daughter to know I know, but how do I do it tactfully? I am not angry or upset with her, just confused, and I'd like to know how I can support her more as a father with a topic I am unfamiliar with. I feel awful that I missed the signs and potential cries for help. Sharp comment 1. First, remember that anonymity is a core tenet of NA. It is a fundamental value of the organization and essential in preserving the sense of overall community well-being and the emotional security of its individual members. Your first duty to your daughter is to respect her privacy here, as any sense of violation or betrayal might ripple throughout the community. Although your concern seems to come from a place of genuine love and support, it's inevitable that any dialogue you initiate with her about her involvement with NA will come across as confrontational, accusatory, and misinformed. It must hurt that she didn't come to you with a problem, but it's important to recognize that there is a kind of division of emotional labor among communities. Meaning, you can't get everything from one person. She's exactly in the place where she needs to be, and it sounds like she's doing really well. Hold on to the empathy you feel right now. And if there comes a time when she's ready to share that part of her life with you, you'll be equipped to support her in whatever way she needs. Thanks for the new perspective. I didn't know how far the anonymity in these meetings go, so I was concerned about that when bringing it up. I don't want to attend meetings with her in fear of her being uncomfortable. I just want her to know I know she goes, and that I'm always open for support. Sharp comment 2. You can let her know that you are there to support her without telling her you know about the meetings. Addiction recovery is very difficult. If she has found something that works for her, you don't want to jeopardize that. As the previous commenter said, if she finds out that the meetings are not really anonymous, she may stop going. The best solution for this is to tell her that you are always there if she needs you, and then step back and wait for her to come to you. Update. 2 weeks after my first post, my daughter came home from her work and asked me if she could borrow the health savings card and pick up her medication the next day. I said no, I would get it for her myself, as I usually do. She protested for a minute or so, but I was firm. She left it at that. For the rest of the night, she was unusually quiet. She's usually quite talkative with her grandparents who live with us, or myself and her sister. Not that night. This was slightly concerning, but I didn't raise any questions. Fast forward to around midnight, my daughter came to me and spilled a lot of details about her drug past. It was a lot of information to take in at one time, and finally she got to the point that she relapsed and needed the health savings card to get detoxed. After my momentary shock passed, I told her that I loved her and that I would go with her to the detox center, and that she didn't need to hide things from me. I didn't tell her about how I found out she's already in meetings. I figured that could be my little secret, or it can emerge when the time is right. After that, she got detoxed and all was well for a while before she relapsed again. She was much more straightforward about it that time, and since that detox, everything has been going smooth. She is back into counseling and takes a 4-day-a-week class for getting her high school diploma. Today, she is 30 days sober and is celebrating her sobriety/birthday with some friends. I appreciate every single comment. Thank you everyone for their kind words and advice. I feel good about the approach I took, although I would go back and change some things. She is getting the help she needs, and we have a more open line of communication. She is more lively, is getting back into her passions, and is much, much happier. I'm still feeling guilty that I didn't pick up the signs of addiction soon enough, but she assured me she has forgiven me and that I don't need to worry about it at all. Happy ending. Thank you everyone. Keen observation 1. A 16-year-old going across the country without dad even realizing it? Lying about a job? With what sounds like a pretty entrenched drug addiction. Not to pile on him when he's clearly down, but did he do any parenting at all? Keen observation 2. Yeah, that stuck out to me as well. This isn't the parenting flex he thinks it is. He should have never let her travel so much alone in the first place at 16. 16 is a good time to learn independence for sure, but he is the parent, and he made it seem like he has no power as a father. Just because she has the money doesn't mean he should have given her free rein of her comings and goings. Keen observation 3. She's totally got a great portfolio and is headed to amazing college, bro. The youngest is a musical prodigy, bro. He's in a band, bro. Dude honestly doesn't give a shit. I feel for those kids. My parents didn't want me either. Comment from Reed Best. My parents didn't want me either. They were struggling with their own issues.